A while back, I attended the TikTok School of Finance, otherwise known as FinTok, and it was a really challenging sort of exercise, learning lots of different things from all sorts of different investors. And I think it's time to continue my education with another video. Let's react to some of the best that TikTok has to offer.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
I just basically mortgaged my house so I could put all of the equity from the house into XRP. And you might be thinking, I am absolutely crazy, but let me explain to you why I did that. I did that because there is so much fear in the market right now. I love fear, all right? I'm greedy when others are fearful, and I'm fearful when others are greedy, okay? When there's blood in the streets, it's time to play some ball.
Oh my God. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. This guy's saying that he took out a mortgage to buy a cryptocurrency, essentially, and we'll take his word for it. And his rationale is that people are very scared right now. There's a lot of fear in the market. So he's gonna take out debt against his home and then use that to buy cryptocurrency.
What could possibly go wrong?
Now, it'd be one thing if he took out debt to buy something that would pay him back while he owns that thing, so that he could actually service the debt. But in this case, he's using the debt to buy a speculative cryptocurrency, a speculative token. And sure, in many cases, you can stake your cryptocurrency and get a pretty significant yield in many cases that could be used to maybe service that debt. But you still are at the whims of all the price fluctuations that you see throughout many different cryptocurrencies. And guess what? If that coin falls in half, you still have all that debt there. The debt didn't fall in half, and that's attached to your house. So if you don't pay that debt back, you're gonna be losing your house pretty quickly. But hey, he threw down old reliable, be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. And Warren Buffett definitely was applying that to cryptocurrencies above all other assets. So I guess there's something to learn here. Assuming the XRP trade doesn't pan out, let's see if he brings in enough affiliate income to pay back that mortgage. Let's move on.
Do not pay off your student loans debt, and here's why. Why give all that money back to the government when you can hold on to that money, invest in real estate or some other asset that can double, triple your money? For example,
because
take
they'll
that
take
40
everything?
to 50 G's that you have and go buy a fixer-upper like this at a 30% discount. Then after you fix it up, you go to the bank and do what's called a cash out refi. So you can pull the 40 to 50 G's that you have invested in the property back out and go do it again. So you basically turn that 40 to 50 G's into a couple hundred K, and you never lost the 40 to 50 G's, and you have the asset that pays you every single month. Boom!
But do you ever pay back your student loans? Look, I'm a big proponent of real estate investing. I get the strategy. It makes sense. If you can leverage other people's money to turn it into something more valuable, and then you can actually reap those profits and use it for whatever you want, that's all well and good, but you have to prioritize as well. When you have student loans, those aren't dischargeable in bankruptcy, so if your real estate deal goes south, you're not getting out of those student loans, and you're probably in really big trouble because you're going against the government in this case that has insured these loans. Though we'll see if Daddy Biden ends up waiving any of those anytime soon. Because in this case, this person has, one, a lot of cash, but also has a lot of debt. Yet instead of paying off that debt, they're going into more debt. I guess all I'm really trying to say is tread carefully with any amount of debt, especially the kind of debt that you can't get rid of unless you pay it off, like many student loans. But otherwise, I'm all for taking risks. I have plenty of debt myself and I still invest, so there are ways to do it, and it's all up to your own preferences. And hey, this TikTok video makes it sound like it's that easy.
That's easy! Here's my crypto year-end price predictions. First off, Bitcoin. I see Bitcoin ending the year at around $100,000 with the announcement of a Bitcoin ETF. A large amount of capital is going to flow into Bitcoin. Ethereum trading towards $10,000. This may be a little bit towards the beginning of next year when Ethereum 2.0 comes out. ADA, I see going all the way up till $6. We just saw smart contracts that are just starting to roll out. Doge, I see that Elon Musk is currently working with Doge, and I can see that Doge will go to at least $1, especially with all the crazy Doge folks.
Flawless logic.
This is a massively undervalued project right now. It has a lot of real world use applications. It's connecting the business world. I see Link going to $100.
Why not?
Dot. I see with the launch of the parachains going live, I see Dot also going all the way up to $85.
Might as well.
And lastly, XRP. When XRP wins this lawsuit, I think that price could go absolutely parabolic. I'm going to put XRP at $4.
All right. Great. So I went ahead and did a little investigating to test these predictions. So this was made back in September of 2021. September 2nd, 2021 is when this guy was making these bold predictions for these 7 different crypto coins. And he was making a 3-month projection. So in 3 months, it would hit all of these target prices. Well, since the end of the year has come and gone, let's go ahead and see how he did. Starting with Bitcoin, he said that Bitcoin would go from around $50,000 up to $100,000, a nice quick double in 3 months by the end of 2021. And what ended up happening is it stayed pretty flat, right around $46,000. That's actually down around 10%. But hey, that's just one. We'll see how he did with the others. Ethereum, he said, would go from around $3,700 all the way up to $10,000, nearly a triple. And it ended up remaining pretty flat around $3,600. 5 more, let's keep going. ADA, he said, would double from $3 up to $6, and it ended up halving down to $1.31. Dogecoin, he boldly proclaimed, would go from 30 cents all the way up to $1, because why not? A nice triple, and that ended up halving down to 17 cents per coin. Not to worry, there are still 3 more. Link, he said, would go from $30 up to $100, so again, about a triple, and it ended up losing, what, about a third of its value, down to $19.50. DOT, he said, would more than double from $32 to $85, and it ended up falling to about $26.50. And finally, our old friend XRP again, he said would go from about $1.20 up to $4 once they prevailed in their lawsuit or whatever, and instead it fell down to 82 cents. By my math, that is 0 for 7. But hey, good on him for leaving this video up to show how incredibly wrong he was. But hey, he was trying to do something that every investor tries to do in some capacity, and that's predicting the future, and it's no easy feat.
Careful you must be when sensing the future, Anakin.
And it seems like with price predictions, the more arbitrary, the better. All right, next. Wow, I don't know about you, but I'm really learning a ton right now, and it really makes me want to invest my money into very speculative things. And maybe you're considering doing the same, or maybe not. Not all of us can be so enlightened. But in any event, to add to your blossoming portfolio, definitely check out the links in the description below to Webull and Robinhood. They'll be giving you some free stocks for signing up. I'll get some free stocks as well, so it is a win-win. Please go ahead and do that. It would help the channel out a lot. And then maybe you too can follow in the footsteps of some of these great investors. Let's get back to it.
About to buy $1 million home for half the price. The thing is, you can only do this if you know how to utilize cryptocurrency. So this is the house that I'm gonna buy, and it costs about 1.4 million. So I'll have to pay around 7 grand a month. But for this entire house, the total that I need to pay is 740K. It's because of crypto. For the down payment, I'll have to pay about 20%, which is 290K. With the remaining 450K, I'm gonna put that into the Anchor protocol. Once I deposit the 450K, it'll yield me 19% per year. That's 88 grand a year. Now divide that by 12 months, and that's gonna make me 7.3K a month. Just enough to cover the monthly cost of this mansion. After it's paid off, I'll have a $1.4 million home, plus be making 7.3K a month doing nothing. If you wanna learn more about crypto, check out my bio.
It's a foolproof strategy with absolutely no chance of going wrong. Here we go again with using debt to essentially buy crypto, or in this case, parking your money with a cryptocurrency project, and you're getting a yield on that to actually pay the debt. So I guess there's something going there. You're creating cash flow in one place to pay down the debt. But at no point do we ask, where is this money coming from? How on earth are you getting a 20% yield on your money every single year? That's an extremely high number, and if it was really that safe, then everyone would be pouring their money into it. I mean, inflation is at 8%. So there's obviously zero chance of things going wrong.
It sounds like the pitter-patter of money!
It seems like you'd be pretty hard-pressed to find a bank that would be okay with you parking this money in this digital token to then pay down the debt without some other source of income to actually pay it down. They're probably gonna wanna see that you have a salary or a real business before they actually make the loan. At least that's the system we have for many home purchases.
I don't think the system works.
Look at this.
So I guess the strategy is to take a look at the stock, or in this case, the crypto chart, take a look at it, whistle at it, and then consult the sacred texts that show you what will happen next.
The sacred Jedi text!
So this video was filmed at the beginning of January, so let's see if the sacred texts were correct. So year to date, Bitcoin is pretty flat, down just under 1%, at least as of this filming. And throughout the rest of January, it actually took a pretty steep dive all the way down to $35,000, this being only a couple weeks after he made the video. I guess not enough people are consulting the sacred text.
The sacred Jedi text!
Man, I love technical analysis.
Making millions of dollars in crypto is not rocket science. Buy early on the right projects and sell near the all-time high. That's it. Like and follow if you want to make some money in crypto this year.
Whoa, slow down there. This very much gives the "and I sell it" guy vibes from our last episode.
And then I sell it.
And I gotta say, he's right. It really isn't rocket science. You have to buy low, sell high. That's how you make money in pretty much any investment. And maybe that's the truth we've been after this whole time. I'm trying to study all of these different things to try and become a better investor, and I keep coming to this same sort of conclusion. You have to buy the right things at the right prices and sell them when they go higher. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Let's go to another lesson.
Dollars with very little effort. You're going to want to sleep in your car outside of a Marriott and go through the side door between 6 and 8 a.m. and then find your way to the breakfast buffet. You're going to want to grab as much as you can, but the key here is to make it look like you fit in. Don't be too suspicious. The average breakfast cost is between $15 and $20 a day. Over the course of a week, that's $100 in savings. $400 a month invested into the S&P with an 8% growth over 40 years should give you a nice retirement of over $1 million. It's crazy what compound interest can do.
Okay, that was well played. This gives me Graham Stephan doing his laundry in off-peak electrical hours vibes to save money to then invest that money, so I very much appreciate the hustle. This guy clearly knows what he's talking about, and he shared a very practical lesson, so gotta give him points for that. And hey, don't hotels throw all that food out anyways when it doesn't get eaten, so might as well do your part.
I'm doing my part.
Wow, that was another exhausting day of studying. I do feel like I've learned a lot and have become that much better of an investor, and maybe you have as well. And if you have, definitely leave a like below and leave a comment on what you actually learned through this adventure. But otherwise, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for future updates. Until next time, take care.